Hello and welcome to Fiona's Creative Canvas. I'm Fiona and today I'm going to be doing an abstract piece, and I'm going to have my first try at using some gold leaf. I've got some quite fluid paints here that I'm going to use to start my background with, and I'll be using a mixture of palette knives and brushes, and I've also got an oil stick here if I want to do any marking. So I'm just going to start by wetting down my canvas just with a light mist. I'm going to have quite a bit of white in here, and I'm just going to pour my paint down. I'm going to keep a bit of that. So that was titanium white, and this is unbleached titanium. Got a bit of warm grey over here, not warm grey, got a bit of neutral grey, and I will bring the green in shortly. I think I'm going to need more white actually. Let's just blend that on. Oh, I'm creating cells. Look at that. Because I put Phthalo in there as well. So if you're not sure what cells are, they're part of the acrylic pouring technique. Gonna pop some gloves on. Look at that. Just gonna cover the whole canvas. Put some white down here, up there. I don't know why, I just like to cover my whole canvas. I think it's just so that I know that I haven't missed any bits. I haven't really covered my sides though. And I'm going to bring some thicker paint on now, I think. Let's see what it looks like from the other angle. Right, I'm going to pour a little bit of green on in some spots. Oh, that's quite a bit. And might grab a shorter palette knife and just play around with this a bit. Going to dry this a little bit, I think. Just going to try a few different things. Interesting. I've got a little bit of dark grey as well. I might go with a smaller palette knife. Let's try a different palette knife again. Maybe this one. I wasn't getting the look that I wanted, but I kept experimenting for a while. Not sure about this green. It does need to be darker. And as I started to introduce the darker colours later, things started to come together. I feel like I need to let this dry. I think I'm going to be trying lots of different things. But the base is covered, which is the main thing. I'm going to let that dry. Okay, I haven't left it that long. But what I think my issue is, I put too much paint on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a little bit of blending just with some acrylic paint straight out of the tub, so it's not watered down. So I'm going to grab that brush that I was using before, and let's just do a bit of blending because it's still damp. I'm happy with that. let's get that thicker brush out, do this corner. Okay. Gonna get a paper plate and put some of these colours on it. I have got this colour out as well now. This one is olive green deep. I'm not sure, but I wanted an opaque green because the other one's a bit transparent. So I'm gonna add that one in. Neutral grey, the unbleached titanium. And I think I'm gonna layer up a bit of get a little bit of some colours in. I'm going to blend these two greens. Let's try that. I like that. Getting some deep colours in. And try a different palette knife. Just was checking that out. Don't like it. Okay. White. I've still got to allow room to put the gold leaf, but that's going to have to go in once everything's dry. And I might just, I've just put a bit of white on there. I might mix that with a bit of modelling paste. This is a mixture of modelling paste and gel that I used in my last video. And I thought I might mix that in with the white. I might give a little bit of texture in some spots. Let's try a little bit of the green. So I've got a few little bits of texture there. I'm going to be bringing in the gold after it's dry. Yeah, so that's going to look really pretty. I'm just going to add a little bit of the Payne's grey. Alright, I'm going to stop there. I'm going to go over with the gold leaf and the oil stick when it's dry, and if I want to add anything else then I can. So I've got this gold size that I have to apply to the canvas here, and then I will, once that's dried for 15 minutes and becomes tacky, I will then apply the gold leaf. This is my first go at doing gold leaf. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a little bit of this size on here because I want to apply it in a similar way that I've applied all of this. I'm not too sure how easy it's going to go on, so let's just try that. And I'm going to put that through here. I do want to bring it a fair way up. And it should stick to wherever this glue is. So I'm just having a look at it. I can see the shine. Okay, I think I like that. And I'm going to come and do a bit up here. Oh, I've taken a little bit of the thick. I'll probably have to repair that. I'm going to stop there. I'm hoping that I'm still going to be able to see that maybe it'll be a little bit glossy so that I can see where I've got to put the gold. This has been sitting for almost 10 minutes, but I think because I've spread it really thin in a couple of places, I'm going to start here and then work my way over to where it's more wet, just because I don't know how long this is going to take me. So I've got the gold leaf here. I think it does say to use gloves, cotton gloves. So let's put those on. Okay, I guess we peel. Oh. Okay. Let's just pat that on. Oh dear. I don't know how much of this I'm going to use. Oh no. A little bit there. Feel like if I rip it in half, hopefully this one will get to the end. And now we've got this big batch up here. Yeah, it's now 14 minutes. So we're going to get over there shortly. And just a little bit there. Okay, so now I've got to start brushing off the gold. Okay, a bit of a thicker brush. So I do want to scratch this up a little bit. All right, this bit up here. Oh no, it's got a bit of paint up there. I'll leave that bit alone. It's actually looking really good. I think the only thing that I want to do is just bring this to more of a point. I don't like the way the end is, and I think I'm going to let it dry more and fix this little bit up here. Okay, I've got a little bit of paint left here. I do still want to add a little bit of gold there, but I just want to cover up this line a bit. And just adding in a few little bits here and there. Getting some more defined lines. Just wanting to experiment a little bit, maybe. Just a few little marks. Cool, I like that. Should we do a little bit of white as well? I do always like a bit of contrast. But before I do, I'm going to actually add a little bit of the glue down for the gold again. And then I've got this. What do I want to mark with this? Maybe I'll try something just here. I don't know. Got a bit there though, so I'm going to put a bit over here. Yeah, I don't think I want to continue with that. Interesting. Got to experiment with these things. I quite like it. Wasn't sure about it when I was first starting it. I was thinking, I'm going to apply the last bit of gold here. Let's see how this works when it's all in bits like this. Guess it gives me good practice at that as well, huh? I think that'll be okay. I might have to go over that bit with gold. Put some glue down. I'm going to go back over that bit with gold. I don't know if this works, but let's just try it. Alright, press that down, use the soft brush. Might end up with a bit of texture here. Probably should have stuck with the flat stuff. If worst comes to worst, I'll just go over it again, but with a flat piece. Okay, here is the final result. And I'm going to show you the other angle because I actually think it looks better. But before I do, here's the part with the little bits of gold leaf. It doesn't look quite as good as the other part, so I wouldn't recommend using the little bits of leftover unless they're nice flat pieces. Also, I was worried about, you know, losing the tackiness after the 15 minutes, but here's the paper plate that I had it on, and days later it's still tacky. So leave it for 15 minutes and it's still going to be tacky. I'll show you the other angle. And here is the portrait. I love it this way. And up the other way as well, upside down. They both look good. I'll show you the texture of the white that I put in. It's just a little bit of texture there. And some of the green has got texture as well. Down here. Yeah, so I'm very happy with the result. I love the little bits of Payne's grey and the bits of white. There's just enough green, I think. I didn't want to overpower it too much with the green. I think it's given me some great ideas for the commission piece that I've got coming up. It won't look like this, but it's going to have similar colours. There'll be gold leaf in there, and yeah, some texture. So keep your eye out for that one, guys. Let me know what you think of this one in the comments below. If you've got any tips of using gold leaf, I'd love to hear about it. That's it for this one, and I shall see you all in the next one. Bye.